What's up, y'all? It's T-Tar, and today we're looking at y'all's theories for both the Indigo Disk and Unova remakes. Whatever's coming next, let's go. The BSTs of the paradoxes. Hi T-Tar, I had this question since the paradoxes were fully revealed. If they're from the past and future, why are their base stats so equal? Most of them are 570, some are 590, and the Kratom Raiden are 670. My only theory is they were altered physically to be equally strong. You're right. You would imagine they would alter like by 510 each, but it's not something we're supposed to think about. It's just the game just made it simple. On this note, about talking about things that don't have an answer, the crowns that you get for terastalizing. While we're on the dream theory tip, we thought, okay, maybe Terapagos made the light bulb, the balloons, the ghost, because it's whatever you see in that typing. Now there's no explanation. But I guess that's the point. It's just there's not supposed to be an explanation. Why does this steel crown look like a giant axe? Even though Terapagos is a turtle Pokemon? I suppose it's best to leave these things unthought of. Theory about Terapagos Dreamverse time. Hey T-Tar, I think the thing with the Crystal Pool event that makes it even trickier is that you wake up in your bed after the event happens, which is why I feel like the theory about time travel or dreams isn't fully correct. This also kind of makes me question what Carmine said before about the Crystal Pool sometimes showing dead people, as the Sarantura in the cutscene is not the one who's dead. He or she died after naming Kratom Raiden. So a couple things here. The legend of seeing people at the Crystal Pool, the facts aren't straight. So the reality seems to be they're time distorted people, but to the villagers they just think, darn, we're seeing people from the past. And then also waking up in our bed, I thought a while about this. I don't know why the game did it, because the game saves your game, and instead of just putting you still in the Crystal Pool because it knows where you should be, it sets your safe place to back all the way in Paldea. I realize now the point of it kicking you out of the game was to actually show you the paradox of how on your title screen again, the book is back. This is a crazy paradox. But if I were to think in Game Freak shoes, I guess they put you back in your bed to avoid glitches in some sense. Because even though we alter the timeline given that book, time's already been changed. Things aren't gonna start changing in front of us. That was how time was supposed to go. We were supposed to give Briar's book away like that, so it's not like the timeline would have changed. Oh shoot, this never happened in the Indigo Disk. Hey Tita, I realized this never happened. It's the image of Kratom Raiden in Area 0. Yeah, this slipped my mind too. Maybe this is the scene where our Kratom Raiden saves Kirin, and this is just like a beta version of that gameplay? I guess that's the best answer. There obviously is the mystery of these battle states Kratom Raiden are supposed to get. Wouldn't it be weird if on Pokemon Day, so February of next year, they just update your game to allow Kratom Raiden to have battle states? You never know, y'all. Maybe it's scrapped content. Maybe they initially wanted to give them battle states, but not anymore. You know what, y'all? Let's do this. I'm off the Dream Theory train, right? Convince me all you want. I'll give you a legit chance, but you ain't gonna get me. Here we go. It's both the dream and time travel theory. In short, Terapagos is a dream Pokemon, while the paradoxes are time travelers. Hey T-Tar, it never sat right with me that Terapagos, the Pokemon that is basically the master of all Pokemon types, would be a time travel Pokemon. You right? But it's based off a time traveling turtle. Dream theory always made more sense for Terapagos specifically. Y'all, dream theory makes more sense for everything. Let me think of some. Alright, so Archie wanted to meet Kyogre so bad, the blue orb granted his dreams and he got to meet it. Here's the thing, y'all. Dream theory makes perfect sense with Terapagos. Too much sense. That's why I even was on it. But the point is, dream theory makes sense with anything. Using the unique infinity energy that allows Pokemon's dreams to come true, Terra types, Sarantura are able to use that energy to create a real functioning time machine that's able to draw Pokemon from the past and future. I have an explanation of Terapagos' power. I don't know if now is the time to talk about it. Maybe I should. At the Crystal Lake, maybe the protagonists wanted to see the real professor deep in their heart, and Terapagos made it a reality. I agree with this. There's no explanation as to why we summoned Sarantura. They say perhaps the answer lies between you and me. So I agree with this. I think us as the character wanted to meet the professor, and that's why it summoned it. It's just weird because our character feels so unreal. You don't think our character actually has desires and such. That's the main thing I'm hoping for in Gen 10. That we're playing as like an actual character. And y'all, you can give us dialogue too, you know? You can make us have some flaws and stuff, be annoying. The Crystal Lake does let you see people who've passed on. It does seem to grant dreams of seeing loved ones, so why not weird time travel shenanigans? Sarantura could have used the dream power of Terapagos to fix the time machine. You see, bro? Yo, it's freaking Flexio! Dream power! Hey, you see there's a crack in the wall there. I'm gonna get some dream power. I don't mean to roast the idea, y'all. Honestly, y'all have some great ideas, but you have to admit, dream... If the ancients had access to Terapagos' power, of course they'd build a very powerful machine using a very powerful magical source. It runs on dreams, but the Paradox Pokemon are 100% time travel. I'm a little scared because y'all starting to convince me again. I gotta get out of here. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if Terapagos was a dream Pokemon, but I do want the Paradox Pokemon to not be dream Pokemon. But yeah, I'm standing my ground, y'all. I think Terapagos is just a Pokemon with too much power on its hands, and it's capable of time travel, but it has nothing to do with dreams. Lighthouse office. Not sure if you noticed, but if you go into the Kabapoko lighthouse, on the chalkboard there's a drawing of Terapagos when he was a crystal. See y'all, this is actually true. See, the first time we saw this, we just thought that was the Terra symbol, which is what it is, but it's also exactly what Terapagos turned out to look like. Now, it doesn't sound like Sada and Toro actually found Terapagos though. If they did, I mean, they had Master Balls. They would have caught this dude. That's wild, y'all. In an alternate time, we might even have Sada and Toro with Terapagos. That's overpowered. The smartest scientists in the world with this infinite Pokemon. This is just one idea I'll throw out there, y'all. Maybe it's because he already read the white book that he knows what Terapagos' little jewel form looks like. And that's what that's a picture of. Paradoxes everywhere, man. Honestly, you know what the weirdest thing to me, y'all, is? This is kind of crazy with terastalizing. So when you go to Area Zero's Underdepths, it shows what terastalizing really looks like. So when you terastalize, y'all, you get this crown and these eyes staring at you. A lot of people were thinking it was the Loyal 3's leader for some reason. This is when we thought he was connected to Terra Crystals. But the crown, clearly it's Terapagos, right? And when you go to the Underdepths and you finally see people terastalizing Stellar, you get to see what those eyes really are. And it's Terapagos' eyes. So whenever you're terastalizing, it's like Terapagos is watching. Think about it. They didn't choose to put just the back of Terapagos' shell on the crown. They chose its freaking eyes. And when using the Stellar type, you're manifesting so much beyond just the eyes. You can literally see baby Terapagos. So it's almost eerie, like Sada and Toro found Terapagos and made this like weaponized version of its power. But even if Terapagos is sleeping deep in Area Zero, it's like it can watch whenever you terastalize with its power. It's freaky. They chose to use its eyes. So pretty much using the Stellar type is the true form of terastalizing where you properly manifest it. But even when you're doing little terastos, turning into fire grass types, Terapagos is always watching. In fact, they didn't even need to put any body part. The crown is enough. But they decided to put specifically its eyes there. But it's weird because when you finally meet Terapagos at the end, the dude's not like an angry Pokemon or resentful. He just woke up from a nap. If Terapagos had like a bubble subconscious while it was sleeping, it's probably getting glimpses all over Paldea. And then even if no trainers use the Terastal phenomenon, there's still those dens that are terastalizing Pokemon on the surface. So it's like Terapagos can just watch the region while it sleeps. Alright, make sure to shank that like button. Next time, we will talk about Unova remakes and what the next games for Pokemon might be. So I'll see y'all there. Take care.